Yo, welcome to another bad review. Been a few days since I did one of these, so in order to keep going with this dumb Tyler the Creator streak I was doing a few days ago, we're going to review probably the last album I'll be reviewing by him. So, hence the title. Today we're going to be reviewing IGOR. Now, IGOR is a mad complex album, and if it wasn't already obvious, I am so unprofessional with these reviews, it's stupid, so I will not be going over anything too complex about IGOR. Now, originally, I wanted to do this like the Cherry Bomb review, where it's longer, and I go over each song individually, but I decided against it as I don't really think those videos are as interesting as just a simple few-minute review video. I also want to mention, feel free to subscribe. I want to get to 1K by the end of the year. Thank you. Alright, so let's go over what we probably already know, just to get over it quick. IGOR is a story-based album around a love triangle between our main boy IGOR, an unnamed man, and an unnamed woman. IGOR wants a Jodeci freaking you, the guy, but the girl that I mentioned before kind of acts as a barrier for him to do that. And this album basically goes over all the stages that you see as you go throughout a relationship. So, let's quickly go over them. Just real quick. So first, the album starts with a intro for our main character, IGOR. Just a single song, and it really just works to tell you and give you an idea of who we're dealing with during this album. Then, it immediately runs into the falling into love part. Then after like 2 songs, it goes into the fear of you losing or finding someone better or just being too late. Then I would like to say it kind of goes into what I would title the crazy bitch section, where you make dumb decisions without really fully thinking how it could affect you and the other person that you so-called care about. Then it's kinda part with a few songs where IGOR is kinda trying to blame his love interest instead of himself, and also just feeling manipulated. Then after that, I would title basically all the rest of the songs as just the acceptance section, where he's starting to accept how things are, and then he can't really change it. The last song in the album, Are We Still Friends, perfectly loops into IGOR's theme, which is the first song, kinda acting as symbolism to the toxic cycles that love can create. Alright, now that we're done with the dumb, stupid, technical nerd part, let's just get into the songs. That's what I like doing anyways. IGOR is a good album. Woohoo! Unexpected. Honestly, good is underrating this album. It's obviously a great album, and I don't think anyone would directly disagree, unless you're still butthurt he doesn't make music about assaulting women anymore, which, if you are, that probably says something about you as a person. Besides all that, IGOR is best compared to a movie, at least in my eyes. It's complex in theory, but the songs are, in my opinion, super easy to take in and not complex to enjoy at all. I have noticed that some people think you need like an acquired taste to enjoy this album, but I don't agree at all. I genuinely think this is an easy starting album when you're first really seriously getting into music. You can just throw this on, and you can listen to it, and you'll most likely enjoy every single track. This album doesn't really have any bad tracks at all, none that I can think of. Maybe some of the weaker ones to me are like Running Out of Time, but at the end of the day, this album to me has really no L's at all. And it also has great features, and a lot of features with big names that you would most likely hear before, like Playboi Carti's famous feature that is totally understandable, and people like Kanye West on Puppet, even though most of the features are unnamed. So before you listen to the album, you should probably look up a feature list so you can get an idea of who's going to be on this album. The album did win a Grammy, even though that's kind of a controversial topic to talk about. And before we get into like the numbers, I also want to mention the song has a really good song on the physical release called Boyfriend, which if you haven't already, I seriously, and I mean seriously, recommend listening to it if you haven't already. It's only on the physical versions. Obviously, of course, it's uploaded on YouTube. I think Tyler ended up just posting on his official channel because, I mean, trying to hide it to only physical versions, just stupid. But to me, as personal bias, IGOR was literally a game changer for me as a person trying to get into music. So, as a Tyler the Creator dick sucker, and I have ginormous bias, I'm gonna give it a strong 9 out of 10. And it's very close to a 10 out of 10. Though to me, there's like really Running Out of Time. That's the only song I don't really care about that much. And to me, that kind of takes it from a 10 to a 9, because I genuinely just don't really like that song. And, of course, let's do the 3 standout tracks. The 3 standout tracks, to me, are, of course, Earthquake, because that song is peak. Boy's a Gun, as it was my original favorite off the album. And of course, to end it, the next song I'm going to be picking is Are We Still Friends, as it's basically my current favorite song and it has been for like 2 years now. IGOR is a simple listen but complex album to understand, yet it's relatable to basically like anyone that's ever been in a relationship. Overall, gas album. It's peak.